Hey everyone, welcome back to Code of the Row. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to implement footstep sounds based on what material or terrain you're walking on. So for example, if you walk on grass, there should be grass footsteps. If you walk on gravel, it'll sound a bit rocky and thumpy and so on. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and create some physical surfaces. So I'm going to head over to my edit and go to project settings. And then on the left, I'm going to look for the physics tab. So under engine, I'm going to look for physics right here. And then we're going to see an area that says physical surfaces. So let's keep scrolling down. And over here, we have physical surface. And by default, you only have one and the rest are none. And I'm going to go ahead and type in, let's do grass, rock, snow, and so on. And you can really type in however many that you want. I'll go ahead and hit save. And if you want to add 62, instead of manually typing these out, you can just head over to your content folder and go up to your main project folder, head over to your default engine.ini. And then where it says the script / engine.physics settings, there's going to be over here, you'll see the grass, rock, snow added over here. If I go ahead and switch over to Unreal Engine and add something like this as a test, and go back to VS Code, you're going to see it just got added in right here. And you can just go ahead and go to this VS Code and actually just type these in this same format if you want to. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that. This is the test part, like so. So I'm just going to play with the grass, rock, and snow. And next, what I want to do is just head back to my demo scene. And I'm going to go ahead and actually create a new level. So I'm going to go to basic and then delete this, this temporary terrain over here. I'm going to hit Shift 2 to open up landscape mode. And then for the material, I did just import the Elven stylized wood pack by Machine Gun. And I'm going to look for their landscape texture. I'm not too sure. Okay, so m_terrain. I'm just going to go ahead and assign it here so we have some layers. I do have a video tutorial on how to create landscape. So if you want to check that out, it is in my videos from before. I'm going to go ahead and hit create. And then in the paint section, you're going to see these layers over here. So we have the auto layer, grass, dirt, stone, mud, and so on. I'll just go ahead and select the appropriate layer info that comes with this asset pack. And now what I want to do is actually head over. I'll go ahead and just create this in my content folder. So let me just auto layer this, select this, use the paint button to kind of just draw around, get rid of all these this dark texture that's kind of just showing we have nothing here, looking like the void. And then I can go ahead and click grass, go ahead and add some here. I'm going to put my strength as 1 and just to kind of make some testing fields. And I'll actually reduce my brush size. So I'll have like grass on this side. Let's do dirt on this side. Stone is going to be where you start. And then mud will be next to it. So now that I have these lined up, let's go ahead and make sure that we have some sort of physics material that can be applied to these textures. So when I go ahead and open up, let's say this grass layer info, there's going to be a section here of a physics material. And I don't have any that I created. So I'm going to go ahead and just create these. In my folder, I'm just going to go ahead and right click and look for the physics tab. And there's an option over here called physics material. Let me go ahead and actually increase the UI a bit, just in case it's a little hard to read. So let me go ahead, right click physics and physics material over here. I'm just gonna go ahead and select physical material, and I'll call this something like PM for physics material underscore grass. And then I will double click to open this up. So I have this surface type. It's set to default, but I'm going to go ahead and change this to grass. And that's pretty much all I really need. So this is set to grass. I can go ahead and just duplicate this for my other surfaces. So I have rock and snow. So let's go ahead and select my PM underscore grass and call this PM underscore rock. And one more for PM underscore snow. I'll double click rock and make sure I change the surface type to rock and then hit Control S to save. And I'll change the physics material snow to the snow surface type. And now what this is going to do is I'm going to be able to go to my layer info and select the physics material. So let's do grass 01 will be the PM underscore grass, like so. And then I will do, I'll do something like snow for my stone. It's not really going to be the most accurate, but it's totally fine. And for my mud, I will go ahead and select, let's do PM underscore rock. And for dirt, I'll leave this as default. So I won't select the physics material so that it'll just default into it. And then I can go ahead and actually check out my animation. So what I'm going to be doing next is adding an anim notify to tell the game that, hey, when my character steps with each foot, we're going to add a sound effect that's going to come out, and that will be tracked through the animation. So what I'm going to do is actually just head over to selection mode to kind of expand my window a little bit. And then I want to go to my third person character. So I will go open my third person character. Right now I'm using the Cinti sidekicks. And from here, I'll open my animation blueprint. And if you know exactly where your run animations are, you can just go ahead and open that. But I'm just going to show you how I do it. So I'm going to open the anim graph and look for the locomotion, go to walk/run, open the blend space. And now I can go through each and every one of these and just kind of open each animation. And there is a lot being used over here, but I'm just going to go ahead and look for this animation. So I have the MF underscore unarmed jog forward. I can also open it on this side over here. So I have the MF underscore jog underscore forward like so. And then I can actually just go ahead and click on this magnifying glass to find the animation right here. So from here, one thing I really like about Cinti is they already show their animation kind of showing where the right foot and left foot impacts the ground. So that actually saves me a lot of time. So now all I need to do is go ahead and create an anim notifier. So back in my project, I'll just go ahead and right click on my content, and then under blueprint class, I'll select blueprint class and look for the anim notify. I'm just going to select the very top one over here where it says anim notify, and I'll call this something like an or anim notify underscore footstep. And then I'll double click to open this up. And now what we want to do is actually have a way for this anim notify to be used in my animation. When I go ahead and insert a notify track by clicking on this drop down, right click, and now you'll see that on notify, I have my an underscore footsteps showing. But this isn't going to do anything right now just because there's no functionality to this. It's basically just kind of there existing. But now what I'm going to do is actually open up the an footstep. And on the left, you'll see this functions tab, and we're going to override something called the receive notify. So in between we receive the notify and actually land the footstep, we want to tell the game, hey, we need to do something. We're going to be, in our case, we're just going to be playing a sound effect based on what surface type we are stepping on. So in order to do this, and this might be it's going to be a little complicated if you're new to Blueprints or Unreal Engine, only because you don't really know how to manipulate the nodes and what nodes are really available. So I'll try to explain everything the best I can. So what we're going to do is I'm going to drag out the mesh comp, and the mesh comp will be the owner, which basically just means the mesh of my character. So I'll go ahead and drag this out, and the actor component, and I'm going to get the owner, which is going to be my character, and I'm going to get the location of my character by typing in get actor location. What I want to do from the receive notify is actually look for a line trace by channel. So this part will be the collision from when our feet actually impact on the ground. So it's basically going to be saying like, hey, this is where our feet is colliding with something. It's going to return something after we get a line trace from our feet. So the start of this will be from where my actor location is, and the end will be something like a little downwards. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this out and just type in a dash for the subtract sign and click on subtract. And I want to subtract this 100 on the Z axis. So this means downwards by 100. So I'll go ahead and click, or I'll go ahead and pin this to the end. And the rest I can leave alone. That's in the line trace. And now what I want to do is actually break the hit result. So from the out hit, I'm going to look for break hit result. And if I go ahead and click on this drop down here, these are all the information that I can get from this line trace by channel. And what I'm going to be looking for is this phys material. So this stands for physics material. And these are what we created here. This PM snow, PM rock, PM grass, and so on. And I'm going to go ahead and just drag this out and look for a get surface type. And this surface type is actually correlated with this surface type over here. As you can see, it says surface type is grass. And that's what we assigned in our grass info layer, which is connected to our physics material, and so on. So what I'm going to do is actually drag this out and make sure that we're going to branch this. So if we have a return value and if this is true, then we're going to get which surface type we're going to be on. So from my surface type, I'm going to drag this out and look for an enum, and this will be the enum of physical surface, which is going to be our switch. So when we get the line trace, and if we actually return a value, which means if our foot hits the ground, then we're going to get the surface type. By getting the surface type, we're going to be able to determine which surface type, and it's already listed over here. So I have default, grass, rock, and snow, which is also listed in the project settings. If I actually went back to my physics, and let's say I added something like this and hit save, then when I go back to my animation notify and go ahead and right click and refresh this, it's going to add that ASD that I added in like so. But let me go ahead and undo that. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back, delete this, and click yes. And then I'll just right click on this and refresh the node to make that disappear. So we're going to have a play sound at location. And I'm just going to look for, I'm actually just going to place multiple of these and play different sounds depending on which surface type we're on. So for example, the default sound, let's go ahead and let me just click play. Let me just click play. So this is going to be our default sound. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and to connect this, I'm going to go ahead and connect this to the return node. And let's say we walk on grass. Then I will just do a simple grass run. And that looks good to, or that sounds good to me. And then I'll also do one for the rock and one for the snow. So let's do, it's going to be called gravel. That sounds good. And then also snow. That sounds good as well. So I'm going to connect all these pins to the return like so. I can actually go ahead and just leave this as so. So I'm going to hit compile and save. And now the last thing I need to do before I actually test this out is go back to that animation. So I'm only doing this with the jog forward. And I need to apply this animation notify footstep that we created to every single footstep. So exactly where it's going to be. So I will go ahead and copy paste these and then just apply them as close to the right and left as possible. If you have an overlapping here, don't worry about it. It's just gonna go the other way. And if they do overlap each other, that's totally fine. All that really matters is where that little diamond is right there. So now when I go back to my map and hit play, now I have my character, and when I run, I have this, I have it playing. I have the rock, I believe, or this might be default. I don't actually remember. And they are changing according to which terrain I'm running on. So we got the grass over here. And yeah, that's the default one. And this is kind of like the sand, or maybe this is snow. I forgot which one I set it to. But you can hear that this is indeed changing correctly as so. That pretty much covers how to create different footstep sounds based on what terrain you're on. Thanks for watching Code the Road. Like, subscribe, comment below what you want to see next. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.